Hey yo, it's Brian here. Today, talking about the San Francisco 49ers. In this one, going to be predicting who will be the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins game this Sunday. I know it's weird to make this kind of video, but the way the quarterback situation is for the 49ers right now, anything can happen, to be honest with you. Kyle Shanahan has stated today that he already made up his mind on who will be the starting quarterback, but we just don't know publicly yet. But it's my turn to predict the game and predict who will be starting for this upcoming game because it's fun to see if you're right or wrong or whatever. But anyways, we have Jimmy Garoppolo, Nick Mullens, CJ Beathard, who is going to be our man for this week. It's going to be a tough one to find out, but we'll find out in the next couple of days or two. I was going to do my edge video today. I know I got to keep holding it off, but at the same time, the quarterback position, I figured out is really important after Sunday's performance. Man, I know I figured a lot of things out after Sunday. I'll be holding that until Kyle Shanahan has announced a starting quarterback, and I'll make it a little bit more easier to decipher who I give the edge to for every position, including the quarterback one, because that's going to be a pivotal one coming into this week. All right, so I'm going to get this video started, but before I do, as always, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. Click that bell notification to be notified of future videos. Share the channel, share this content with fellow Niner faithfuls. Let's get this started. 49ers, who will be the starting quarterback for the game against the Miami Dolphins this Sunday? Compelling case, definitely Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, he's the undisputed starter for the 49ers. I think after looking at Mullens' performance on Sunday Night Football, we really need him desperately. There is no quarterback controversy anymore. If there was last week, then there's no more this week. All the Mullens fans that wanted him to start over Jimmy G for the rest of the year, essentially, not going to be happening anymore. So Jimmy, as long as he's healthy, he will be the starter for this week. But if not, then that means he's not ready to go yet in terms of his ankle, and he might be ready for the game against the Rams next week. But ankle sprain, that could take a second to get healed up. That thing doesn't get in pain until like the first couple of weeks, and it's already a couple of weeks into the season right now. I think he missed the game against the Giants, he missed the game against the Eagles, so that's 2 games right there, and you could technically call a half against the Jets, so 2.5 games he's missed for this season so far. Maybe he needs another week against the Dolphins, and then he should be ready to go against the Rams. I would assume that he would be good to go by then, but for this week, I don't know yet. But if he's healthy, he's definitely going. Kyle is probably waiting for him to come back, and I don't blame him at all after that performance on Sunday Night Football. So Jimmy, he will be the starter if healthy. That's the big caveat right there. Nick Mullens, you could make a case for him to start again. I know he had a terrible performance against the Eagles. It was just absolutely unforgivable, especially that interception. I can't believe he made that terrible pick six. I was just like, what did you throw? I almost turned off the TV. I was so upset after that play, but luckily CJ Beathard made me a little bit more happy, but at the same time, we didn't get the result that we want. Mullens, I mean, you always have one bad game. Nobody is perfect. I mean, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, even Joe Montana, they didn't have the best games of their lives. So, maybe he might give him another chance to prove himself to be the number 2 backup quarterback for the 49ers. It's weird. We had a quarterback controversy a little bit, I guess, between Jimmy and Nick, but now we have a backup quarterback controversy with Mullens and Beathard. It's crazy right there. I know, right? It's just how this world goes for football and quarterbacks. But Mullens, would I be opposed to giving him another chance? No, not at all. If Kyle Shanahan believes that it was just a one-off thing, if it was just like, he just had a bad day, then yeah, I would give him another start. But at the same time, to lose to the Philadelphia Eagles, that team, I think that's kind of unforgivable in my opinion. That Eagles defense was completely beat up. Nobody was available for that game, and to have a performance like that, very disappointing. And he had a lot of great talent at his disposal. He had George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, the running game, but the offensive line wasn't that good, to be fair about him. But he had a lot of talent to go with this time around, and he didn't really make the most of it. He was force-feeding the ball a lot to George Kittle, which is nothing wrong with that. But, teams figure out eventually that you're going to force-feed it to your quarterback or to your tight end, essentially, for this matchup. I'm willing to give him another chance, but Kyle, I don't know. The way he treats players after making terrible mistakes, I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. So he might be in the doghouse just as much as Matt Breida was. Now he's with the Dolphins, coincidentally, and now with Dante Pettis. I don't know if he gets away with this whole terrible performance on Sunday Night Football of all places. Kind of questionable, but we'll get back to him in a second. CJ Beathard, you could definitely make a case for him being the starting quarterback for the 49ers if Jimmy cannot go. I saw a lot of great potential in him. I know we keep saying potential. This is just a theme that I see with this 49er team, or just with this team for the past couple of years now, but he did a really good job against the Eagles. Genuine performance. The Eagles, sure, they were playing a little bit of prevent defense just to not get the lead, but hey, they had a really good chance of winning the game at the end of the drive, and they actually had to play for real in order to keep their preservation of their win. But CJ almost pulled it off, had a couple of mistakes, but at the same time looked really crisp, looked really accurate, and that's really good to see from him. And I was one of the guys to be wrong about him. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys were wrong about him. Maybe we weren't, but I know this is just a 2-drive thing going on with him. But at the same time, it's great to see him play really good like he did in some parts in 2017 and a little bit of 2018 as well. But maybe being in the system for the last couple of years now, that really helps. That's what he stated in his own words. Also, having the talent around him is a lot better, minus the offensive line. They still need a lot of work. The receivers, George Kittle, the running game, they're still all there for him. If he starts for the 49ers, I would actually be happy to see him. I would love to see him have a redemption season or a redemption game this week against the Dolphins, but I don't know if that's going to be happening. I don't know if he will be starting, but hey, if you want to make a good case, I could really make a good case for him, which I think I did with the better talent that he has now than in 2018, also being in the system a lot longer. Maybe this is the perfect time. Also, if you didn't know, Kyle Shanahan, this is like his pet project, essentially. I mean, you drafted him in the 3rd round, some way, shape, or form, so that is a big reason to having high hopes for him for being the quarterback for this team, probably backup for the most part, because Jimmy G is our undisputed starting quarterback for this team. All right, so if I'm looking at it, if I had to give like the worst chance of starting, I actually might say Jimmy G, just because I don't think he's going to be going for this matchup. I just really don't think Kyle Shanahan's going to take the risk and have him play this game against the quote unquote Dolphins, and something happens to him and he can be out for the rest of the season. I mean, we just have a tough schedule going on for the rest of the season, essentially. I mean, I'm going to keep saying it. The Rams the next week on Sunday Night Football. We have the Patriots, the Seahawks, the Packers, the Saints. That's all 5 playoff teams right there. And this is kind of like the stretch that we had last year when we placed the Packers, the Ravens, and the Saints. This one's even worse because we have 5 top teams. Wow, that is just crazy right there. And you don't want to lose Jimmy G to a game, which is like kind of, I guess, I don't want to say meaningless, but against the Dolphins of all teams, that would be just really, really sad and tragic and just weird and bizarre for the season that we're having right now. So I don't know if he's going to be starting. I would give him probably the least amount of chance to start this game. But if he's healthy, then 100% he'll be the number 1 starter. But just for me, looking at everything that Kyle Shanahan is saying, doesn't look encouraging at all. Maybe he's just playing with us, toying with the Miami Dolphins, toying with us, the media members. But I just like the way he's talking. If it's genuine, then it doesn't look like it's a go for him. But he has limited practice, so that could be a good sign right there. A guy that I believe that could be the best starter for the 49ers just for this week, I would say CJ Beathard, actually. I mean, Mullens, I would give him another chance, as I said, but with Shanahan's history of doghousing people for terrible mistakes, I mean, Mullens is pretty unforgivable. I don't think he gets another start for the 49ers ever again. I think it's pretty much over with him. I know that's kind of rough to say. I know that's kind of blatant and blunt, but I mean, that's just the way he operates as a head coach, is just not giving another chance, essentially. And he might be gone next year after that terrible performance on Sunday Night Football, of all places. I mean, this time around, I mean, you could say Beathard a couple of years ago, but Mullens, I mean, he had a lot at his disposal. The Eagles were all beat up, and this should have been a quote-unquote easy win, but that didn't happen at all. It was very disappointing, and I think Kyle was just pretty pissed after the game. I mean, we talk about us fans being pissed. He was probably the most upset person in the room after that game. But Beathard, I think he has a lot of things going on with him. I think the way he performed against the Eagles, it's very encouraging. I know that's a word that I say a lot. I would give him the best chance to start this game against the Miami Dolphins. I'd love to see him do great in this matchup, and if he is the starter, then I would be very happy. If not, then, well, hopefully he gets another opportunity, because I love to see him a little bit more, I don't want to say mature, but a little bit more acclimated to his offense, and that should be good right there. But yeah, that's it, right? That's pretty much it, you guys. I have Jimmy. If he's injured, he's definitely not going to be going at all, but if he's healthy, then he's definitely going. Mullens, I'd probably give him the least amount of chance of starting this game, probably last place, and then Beathard, if Jimmy's not ready to go, then definitely he'll be the starter for this game, in my opinion. But if not, then, we're going to go with number 10. That's pretty much it, you guys. Please let me know what you guys think about who's going to be the starting quarterback for the 49ers this game against the Dolphins. I'll like you to say in the comments below. If you guys like this, please like and subscribe. That's going to help me out a lot. I'll be catching you guys up probably tomorrow on a Thursday. Hopefully Kyle announces a starting quarterback. I'll see y'all then. Bye, guys. Love y'all. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Go Niners all day.